I'm having trouble making this video. I've been meaning to make a garden tour for ages and ages. I've done this is maybe the fifth attempt or so. The last one was I just finished a recording a couple of minutes ago and then realized that somehow the recording had stopped like halfway through the video. Maybe telling me that I was taking too long. I don't know. Other times I've recorded a video and then by the time I would have got around to uploading it, the garden had already grown, and I kind of felt like the video was outdated. So I'm doing it now and hoping that that won't happen again. So I just wanted to show you the different parts of the garden, a little bit of what I'm growing, and just wanted to record what the first season here looked like, to look back upon, because obviously we have plans to cultivate more of the land, and hopefully in further years this will just be like a tiny little part of what we'll be cultivating. So the first part of the garden that I had was this tire arrangement here. It's just lots of tire planters that I made out of tires that I found on the land, earth that I found on the land. I haven't put anything special in this garden, no compost or anything like that. It's all just stuff that came from the land, and I just thought whatever grows grows and what doesn't doesn't. So you can see that it's worked quite well. It could maybe be more productive, but that's not my aim this season. Then I had a cold frame at the beginning of the year where I had my seedlings. Now I've built it into sort of more of a sun trap, because I've put my tomatoes here. You can see it's very crowded. I'm thinking of maybe taking some of the tomatoes out, and that would mean I would have to make another bed somewhere because I don't have any space anywhere. But yeah, they're taking up a bit too much space. There's actually 5 tomato plants here, which, yeah, it's not enough space. And then there's a courgette that's very happy, growing very proliferous. I have lots of pots around where I just planted random things that I didn't want to have in the ground, because I want to move them maybe in the future. This is the aloe vera. She's not very happy. I hope she will recover. Yeah, I want to have her in the garden, but I'm thinking, I'm not sure where she's going to be positioned eventually, so I don't want to have to dig her out again, so that's why I put her in a pot. Then this was the flower garden at the beginning, just this area here. Now we have veg in here as well, chard and some okra. We have a little bed here and a little bed there with the straw that has peppers. Yeah. And then back here is the potato bed, also another addition. I just kept being given things or finding things that I still wanted to plant and having to make additional space. So these are the potatoes. They seem to be happy here, which is great. And then in the front here, another additional space that I made because I had lots of chard given to me very generously. A couple of okra in here as well, and lots of different flowers. I like that everything is mixed together and a little bit higgledy-piggledy. In the tire planters I have sunflowers, other flowers, lettuce, okra, giant pumpkin, yeah, all sorts. Basil, that basil came from the store. I just put it in. It's doing great. Some baby pomegranate trees here. They are quite happy. They're already making new shoots, so that's great. This is our sunflower forest. This big one's almost as tall. It's taller than me. It's probably almost as tall as Dave now. Over here. Hey, Pesha. Good evening. You're on camera. Smile. This is my neighbor's cat. He comes to see if there's any leftover cat food. But he's very polite. He always yeah, he waits here to see if anybody's first in line because he knows that our cats get to eat first. Otherwise, he's gonna get water sprinkled on him. I'm noticing that the camera seems to switch off the video at 5 minutes, which it's never done before, and I'm wondering if it's got something to do with this new gadget that I have. It's a little dongle where I can remotely start and stop the camera, and also I've got a little handle for my phone, so it's like a selfie stick that makes it easier to hold the camera still. So I'm gonna have to stitch maybe these two videos together. Hopefully I'll manage that. So this is what I hope will become the rockery. There's not so many rocks here yet, but I've put some plants in. I have lavender, I have different succulents that I've just kind of put at random places. And I have a couple of cacti as well. Yeah, hopefully they will do well, and this will be a bit of a kind of dry plant bed with lots of lovely cacti and succulents and some beautiful lavender plants. The last part of the garden is through here. This is kind of good because I know that I've passed 5 minutes now, so I know that I need to wrap up real quick. So this is a lovely bed. I really like this. It's got all sorts of different veg, and most of them are really doing really quite well. So we've got peas, got lots of butternut squash, all these big leaves with the white markings are butternut squash. Then I've got the even bigger ones there. I think they're maybe courgette or maybe melon. I can never keep them apart. I just get given things and people tell me what it is and then I forget about it again. So no, but these ones are sweet corn, even I can recognize that. And the peas are not so happy. So the peas are a bit, I don't know, maybe they need better soil. This is just like soil that we dug out somewhere and threw on here, so it's maybe not the most nourishing. We got some okras as well. They're a little bit slow too. But this season it's just whatever survives, and what doesn't. I'm watering and I'm weeding here and there, and that's all that I'm doing. So yeah, it's really nice, and hopefully I'll be looking back on this and enjoying seeing the documentation of first season garden at Krasiva Indu Diaries. Ciao ciao, Shirado-san. Srinita Gora. Arrivo.